I am JVN Dr. Vanita Bhardwaj. Today we will discuss about the indifference curve. Indifference curve laws theory is given by the Allen and Hicks. And indifference curve theory is based on the ordinal approach of the utility. So, indifference curve theory is based on the consumption system. Okay, first of all, indifference curve theory, this is given by Allen and Hicks. Allen and Hicks is the economist who developed the theory of indifference curve, and indifference curve theory is based on the ordinal approach of the utility. In last class I have already told you that two approaches is available in utility approaches. First is cardinal approach, which is given by Professor Marshall, and second is ordinal approach, which is given by Allen and Hicks. And on this ordinal approach theory, they develop indifference curve theory. Indifference curve theory is totally based on the ordinal approach of the utility, in which we are studying that what is the indifference curve. Indifference curve is the combination of two commodities which giving the same satisfaction to the consumer. For example, this is the example for your understanding that we have two commodities X and Y, and this is the combination A combination, B combination and C combination. These all 5 combinations are developed with the combination of two commodities. First X commodity is 1 unit and Y commodity is 15 units, but they are giving 200 calories to the consumer. And second combination B consumer is containing two commodities of the X commodity, two units of X commodity and 10 units of the Y commodity. They are giving the same level of 200 calories. And the third combination of C unit, which is the combination of 3 units of X commodity and 6 units of Y commodities, which is the same level of satisfaction giving 200 units. This is the indifference curve. Indifference curve shows that the various combination of two commodities which giving the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. That's why he is always indifference. Indifference means either he choose one of the combination or rest of the other. He will get the same level of satisfaction. That's why we saying this, that the indifference curve, he is neutral. Doesn't matter he is choosing the one combination, he will get the same satisfaction level. If he use the D combination, he will take the same level of satisfaction. The variation is only on the combination of commodities. As we increase the Y commodity, as we increase the X unit commodities, we have to diminish the Y units commodities, because in the given money income, if we increase the one commodities units, we have to decrease the other commodities units. That's why in first combination we have 1 unit of X commodity and the 15 units of Y commodity, and the same level of satisfaction we are receiving 200 calories. In the opponent situation, consumer is neutral. If he choose the E combination, we will use the combination of 5 units of X commodity units and the 11 units 1 unit of the Y commodity. 5:1 ratio is also giving the same level of satisfaction, 200 calories to the consumer. That's why he is indifferent. Doesn't matter he is using the one combination, A combination or D combination or rest of the other one combination, he will get the same level of satisfaction, 200 calories in the particular limited money sources. That's why we are using the indifference word for this theory, that consumer is neutral. He is receiving the same level of satisfaction. This is the various combination of two commodities which is giving the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. Assumptions of the theory. Assumption says that the maximum satisfaction of the consumer. The main purpose of the indifference curve is to provide the maximum satisfaction to the consumer in the given money resources is limited. So he wants to get maximum satisfaction, and he can only get the maximum satisfaction according to indifference curve theory. Second approach is ordinal. Ordinal approach says we can't choose anything according to ourselves. We can give them grades, first, second and third. We can give them number 25, 35 according to ordinal approach. According to cardinal approach. According to ordinal approach, we can give only grades, first, second, third. In our choices we are always giving the ordinal approach, grading to the any kind of commodity. And third point is diminishing marginal rate of substitution. Indifference curve theory is based on the diminishing marginal rate of substitution theory. Diminishing theory is given by the Marshall. Okay, and diminishing theory says if we want to increase any commodity of one unit, we have to reduce the other commodity. For example, we have X commodity has 1 unit and Y commodity has 15 units. If we want to increase X commodities, we want to make it 2, we have to reduce 5 units to the Y commodities. And if we want 1 more unit, if we want X unit 3 units and the Y unit is 6, it means first we substitute 5 units and then 4 units. First we reduce 5 units and this 4 units. After that 3 units and after that 2 units. This is reducing continuously. This is the marginal rate of substitution which is diminishing. This is the diminishing marginal. 5 to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 1. This is the diminishing marginal rate of substitution. You are substituting Y to X. 1 to 2, 5 units sacrificed by Y, and when 2 to 3 units you moving from third combination, you are substituting 4 units, and 3 to 4 units you are substituting 3 units. This is the diminishing marginal rate of substituting. You are substituting X unit to Y units. This is the based on the diminishing marginal utility theory. Next is total satisfaction. Total satisfaction, when we use any kind of consumption functions, we want total satisfaction. If we want any kind of theories according to Marshall, according to Allen Hicks, the main purpose of the consumer is maximum satisfaction. This is the table of this is the schedule of indifference curve. 1 is to 15 units giving same satisfaction, 2 is to 10 units giving the same level of satisfaction, same combination is not available, same satisfaction is given by the combination. If you choose one combination giving same level of satisfaction, these are the other combination. And if we present this schedule in the diagram, we receive the indifference curve. When we show this diagram, this is the indifference curve. In last slide, I show you the schedule of indifference curve. This is the schedule of indifference curve. When I present this in the diagram, I can explain that this is the OXY axis. X axis we are showing X commodities and Y axis we are showing Y commodities. Okay. With the combination of X commodities, 1 commodities with the 15 units, A combination, and X commodities 2 units with the combination of Y is 10 units. This is the B combination. Third is 3 units of X commodity and the 6 units of the Y commodity. This is the combination, and all these points are together. When we join them, we receive the indifference curve. Indifference curve is showing the various combination of 2 commodities which giving the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. That's why he is indifferent. Indifferent means either he choose A combination or rest of the other one, he will receive the same level of satisfaction. That's why he is neutral and receive the same level of satisfaction. So this is the indifference curve. Characteristics of indifference curve. What is the characteristics of indifference curve? Indifference curve theory is successful when we understand the characteristics of indifference curve. First, downward sloping to the right side. Indifference curve is always downward sloping. These are the combinations of indifference curve. Indifference curve is always downward sloping to the right side, because if we increase the commodities of X unit, we have to reduce the Y commodities units. Same in the situation, when we increase the 1 unit to 2 unit, we have to reduce from 15 unit to 10 unit, reducing the commodities of other units of other commodity. If we increase the commodities of X unit, we have to reduce Y commodities. That's why indifference curve is always downward sloping to the right side. Convex, next characteristics, convex to the origin. Why indifference curve is convex to the origin? Due to marginal rate of substitution of x to y. When you increase x units, you have to reduce y units. This is the diminishing. First you reduce 5 units, 3 units, 2 units. This is the diminishing rate of marginal rate of substitution. That's why convex to the origin. Indifference curve is always right side downward sloping and convex to the origin due to marginal rate of substitution. Third characteristics is non-intersect to the each other. Indifference curve is never intersect to each other. If any kind of indifference curve touch any axis, this means we are using 0 units of y with the sum units of x. This combination is not giving the same level of satisfaction with all like this. That's why indifference curve cannot touch any axis. If he touch any axis, that means he is using the 0 unit of that unit. This combination is showing that y is using 0 units with the sum units of x. This combination will not give the maximum satisfaction to the consumer. That's why indifference curve never touch any axis of the commodity or the intersect to the each other, because the same level of satisfaction is not given by the every indifference curve. Every indifference curve has different level of satisfaction because they are using the different amount of units. Right side indifference curve is containing more units, so is higher yield, and the lower side indifference curve is containing less units, so it's a less yield is giving. So they are not never intersect to each other because the different level of satisfaction. Indifference curve is never intersect to each other due to different level of satisfaction never intersect. Fourth point is higher indifference curve level of higher satisfaction. When we show in the diagram that there is 3 indifference curve, right side indifference curve is giving more level of satisfaction 300, and left side indifference curve is showing the less satisfaction. A consumer is indifference only the same diagram, same combination points, but if he get chance to move a higher indifference curve which is to the right side, which will give him the more satisfaction because he is containing the more units and more yield to satisfaction. That's why higher indifference curve will move to the right side and lower satisfaction giving indifference curve will be to the left side. They are more containing. Left side indifference curve, first IC curve is giving 200 calories, right side moving on, next indifference curve is giving 250 calories, and the one more right side moving indifference curve is also giving 300 calories because it's gaining more combination of units, more sources. This is less units of, this is more less units, this is giving the less satisfaction to the consumer. That's why we can say the higher the indifference curve, which is higher, who is in the right side of the diagram. Higher indifference curve is giving the higher level of satisfaction. Moving on, next unit, next point, indifference curve never, not necessarily to parallel. Indifference curve is never parallel to each other. They may be here, they may be here or here. It's all depend on the quantity and yield level of the satisfaction and the different level of marginal rate of substitution from x to y, because marginal rate of substitution is not equal. That's why indifference curve is never parallel to each other, because different level of satisfaction is giving by the different level of indifference curve, and marginal rate of substitution is always different, so indifference curve is never parallel to each other. Next point is indifference curve never touch any axis. Indifference curve never touch does not touch any axis. Indifference curve does not touch any axis. If indifference curve any axis, for example, this is indifference curve 1 is touching y axis. This means this indifference curve is containing some units of y and 0 units of x. This combination is not giving satisfaction because x has nothing, no contribution of units. That's why consumer is consuming only y units, and that it will not give the same level of satisfaction which giving these points. This is not indifference curve proper appropriate. Okay, and in indifference curve 2 is touching y axis. This means y is equal to 0 units with the use of x, some units of x unit. This is not appropriate for maximum satisfaction. If a consumer want to get proper satisfaction, he have to be say some combination of both units. So indifference curve will be same, this like not touching any axis. All these combination on this indifference curve will give him the same level of satisfaction. This is not giving the same level of satisfaction, this is not giving the same level of satisfaction, because IC1 is carrying 0 units of x with the sum units of y, and IC2 curve is carrying 0 units of y with the sum units of x. But in indifference curve we studied that indifference curve is combination of two commodities A, B, C, D and E. These are the combination of indifference curve of two units x and y, which is giving, so all the combinations are giving the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. This is the basic object of the indifference curve. As I started my lecture, I have already told you that the indifference curve is the combination of two commodities which is giving the maximum satisfaction to the consumer. Okay, this theory is given by Allen and Hicks, and is indifference curve. This indifference curve theory is based on the ordinal approach. Thank you for today. If you have any query, please leave comment in the box.